Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Frozen Frontier.
We're done with the taxes, on to the death.
William, have you ever thought that this whole combat might be entirely unnecessary? Perhaps we can negotiate with them. I'm just fucking with you. Let's go kill them all.
The negotiator is currently hiding and sliding up the cliff. Are we rolling initiative, or are we
starting to climb up the cliff?
Yeah, we're rolling initiative.
Oh, awesome.
What's the initiative to jump? In fact, I can probably jump and attack, right?
Yeah, just do your normal combat initiative.
Alright.
What's the chance of William trying to jump at an angle and accidentally jumping headfirst into the top, the top of the cave?
He needs to make a senile check. It's a D100 plus his age. If
I
he
believe
rolls
that's
over
called
100.
a McCain check.
Oh
shit.
Oh.
man.
Oh, that's far too savage.
I
US
dropped
politics,
I let my crossbow down and put a dagger in my tooth to reduce my initiative.
9.
I only have one spell left. I guess we just run it out.
All right, you guys can right-click your tokens and do an add turn to put yourself in the turn order. Last time we did one initiative for the whole thing, and that didn't work out so well. So I'm thinking maybe
add turn?
Yeah,
if you just right-click on your token.
Doesn't do anything.
No.
Right-click on your token. Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't get a sub-menu when I right-click.
Excellent. That's fantastic, Roll20. I don't know how to make these things work.
Oh, I'm over here, though.
I think you might need to...
Hang on.
I will add you guys.
What are these buttons?
Can you now modify those times?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Excellent.
So I'm 9.
There's a way to do it, you know, so that when you roll your initiative, it automatically adds it to the turn
Yeah,
order
but you have to be
with your token.
using the character sheet.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't think you do, you know.
No, a lot of the integrated Roll20 features require you to use other integrated Roll20 features.
Yeah, but when I used to DM, I used to do it with monster tokens, so I'd just put tokens for monsters and then click on the token and then do this initiative roll thing, and it would just add initiative for that token.
I fully trust in your ability to figure this out in between sessions.
Alright.
This confangled technology.
Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, these guys are all... What is spear speed? Is it 6? I think so.
I believe so.
Yeah, that sounds right. I legitimately just use spears a whole bunch for my kobolds.
Okay, so let's do this. No, other way around. We want
So,
ascending.
can I make a hide roll from the last round, or am I doing that now? What's happening?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make me a hide roll from the last round
Okay.
before you guys stepped out of the cave.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with modifiers, so I'll just roll.
That's fine.
We can take a look at that. Oh, 21. So modifiers might actually matter.
Yeah, modifiers will matter for you, but I think you're going to have plenty of them because you had... I'm going to give you no penalty or bonus for time. I'm going to say that there's
because it's dawn.
Yeah, that's the
Soft
spot
light, so
modifier
doesn't
for
matter.
them.
Unless they have low light vision.
Right. And then I'm going to say the cover is neither abundant nor good. You know, like, if they have line of sight into the cave, it's neither abundant or good. If they don't have line of sight into the cave, you're automatically hidden, so... Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Who is up first?
Yadomir is.
Yadomir.
I begin tracing this large pattern of a heater shield in front of me, and I cast shield on myself. And I will walk to like the edge of the cave, but I don't want to step outside of it. I don't know, maybe that's where I am already on the screen. Is this like still in underneath the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I step there with my shield spell in front of me, but I don't want my back exposed.
Okay. Ferris, you are next.
I believe I'm starting to climb up this cliff. I think I need 2, like, around and then a little bit of change to get to the top.
Yeah, so you can move it double for the whole cliff is what I was going to let it be.
Which
just
was
to
24 per round.
24,
you said it was a
right.
little over 30.
24 feet per round, right?
Yes. I think you just need to make a climb check to do that.
Sure.
And I think
What's the
your
check?
default chance is 40% plus its abundant ledges and stuff, which is going to give you a bonus, I think. Let me get you your modifiers right here.
Oh, it's a D100?
Yeah, it's going to be a
Gotcha.
D100, and I think you're going to roll. I think you have an 80% chance to climb it.
Okay, so 80 or lower.
Yep. Not
Nice.
a problem. As you step out and begin your climb.
Actually, so I was already out. Like, I assumed we'd already gone to the mouth of the cave. And, like, there was nothing...
Sure. Yeah, whatever. As
Okay,
you start to
so-
climb,
Okay.
though,
Basically, I just want to say, like, I was assuming there was nobody, like, immediately in front of us on the beach. Because if
you
that
didn't
was the case,
see
I would
anybody
not
on the
start
beach
climbing.
whatsoever. No.
Okay, cool.
But you do see a group of gnolls as you step out and begin to climb, and one of the
cool.
ones directly above you has a spear ready and hurls it at you as you begin your climb up.
Okay. 16 AC.
He strikes you. I'm going to say he's throwing down at you, which means you present a smaller target. So I'm actually going to give you a bonus to your AC for that, or a penalty to him. But he still rolls a 19, and that's still a hit. Love my bowl of dice. The spear strikes you for 3 points of damage, like kind of cutting into your shoulder. Actually, they should be doing... Yeah, that's fine.
Loving the tokens, by the way, Neal.
The tokens were made by our very own Inexanity in chat.
Well, I know about our tokens. It was actually my idea, but the null tokens.
I asked him to make null tokens. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the null token artwork comes from 3rd and 5th and 4th edition player handbooks, or Monsters
Pretty
manuals.
sweet.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
our character artwork was Squarry, I believe.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Sorry,
cartoony
good
style.
work.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, that's on the subreddit. Anyway, next up is this gnoll over here. This guy looks a little bit different. He's a little bit bigger, and he looks a little bit stronger too. He takes a spear and hurls it at the elf. You're clinging to the wall. He's got a shot at your side. You can't move very well, so no dex modifiers.
Did he not make it all the way up the cliff?
He makes it 24 of the 30 feet.
Wasn't it 10 feet up and then like a slant?
Yeah, and I was saying that rather than doing 2 different climbing checks, I was going to level them with, like, you move at double your rate in 1 climbing check.
Okay.
Yeah. He hurls his spear at you for +1 for flank, makes it a 14. And
What's his range?
the 15 feet for short, I think it is.
So he should have a penalty from that. So he's throwing 45 feet.
Oh yeah. What is his range?
Or it depends. It's 40 feet if you allow diagonals and 45 if you...
I'm
want
sorry,
to
it's
keep
10, 20, 30 yards. So 30 feet.
So
is-
medium range.
Yeah, so a penalty of 2 to hit you then. So 13 becomes an 11, plus flanking becomes 12, plus he's a null
Miss.
becomes 13. No dex modifiers. I think that's it. Are there any penalties to your AC for climbing? I think it's just no dex.
Yeah, no dex makes sense.
While you're looking at climbing, I have a question as it relates to Grimes climbing. In the 2e rules, thieves get better climb rates.
Yeah, it's double.
They're up the hill by like double. Does that still apply with your climb rate as your like custom hill here plus the new class?
It should.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Are the rates that you've listed in your document, do those match with the PHB? Or are these...
Yes. I think so. Let's see. Those attacking from above gain a +2 bonus to their attack rolls.
That's
That's
only...
melee.
You said that does not apply to ranged.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's it. You lose AC and shield bonuses.
AC
So
and
13's
shield.
I guess miss. And the gnoll who attacks you, hurls the spear, calls out in Gnollish, and then disappear. I guess doesn't quite disappear, but he starts to move.
Okay.
All right.
Grimes, you're next.
All right, before ascending the hill, I'll sort of growl into the cave to Nash. Nash, tell our foes who you are. Tell them what we've come to do. And I'll turn around and scurry up the cliff face using the pitons and my roguish tendencies to scamper, I think, the whole way up the cliff, right?
Yeah, why don't you give me a charisma check to bark this order at Grimes? Yeah.
Oh. Let's see, my charisma is...
He's not exactly going to follow all of your orders, but he is kind of worried.
28.
Nash crawls to the front for a moment and shouts out, "The flat-faced men are here to kill you all and give us back our land. Tell Bokassa he shall see his father soon enough."
All right, so I think that I can get to the top of the cliff and around. Do I have
Yeah,
any more movement?
you can climb to the top of the cliff and around, and I'll say that's a half move for you since you've got the pittance there.
Okay, I mean, I think I'd like to jump into this, jump behind this tree and hide again, or continue to hide. I don't know if you want me to reroll my check or just use the 21.
I don't know if you can hide in combat. Like, people are looking around, you know. I don't know if a hide in combat's really going to work out for you, but as you do get up there, you can also see a few other gnolls on the other side.
So I can't. Okay, I should probably add that to the rules then, if that's something you're doing.
I think I did say specifically that you can't hide when people can see you, or something, or how do you want to say? I think there is Nobody can hide in plain sight. I guess I didn't specify it in there. Like, you can move behind the tree so you have full cover, but anyone that saw you move behind the tree will know you're behind the tree.
I was hoping to get behind the gnolls and assassinate them. It sounds like that's not a thing.
You're behind the tree. You can't assassinate someone in combat because for the assassinate to work, their guard has to be like completely down. And in combat, no one's guard is
fine.
down.
Fine. Okay, I'll switch to my crossbow then and make ranged attacks this round. Initiative penalties probably apply, so I'll go in like 4 orders. Or something. I'll go at the end of the round or something.
That's fine with me, yeah. Next up is one of these gnolls way at the top. He has got a short bow, takes out an arrow, and I guess the only person that's really visible... Yaramir's kind of visible. He's at the edge. But he's going to go after the elf who's climbing up here. Whose back is to him. So +2 to hit for back attack. Ooh! Strike. That's actually a 21-22 against your 16 is a crit.
Shit.
The stone arrowhead... Nope, not D6. They're D4 because they're stone arrowheads. Right? Is that what we decided, Neal?
Nah, it's typically...
D4.
I think it's typically D's. Oh, but you've nerfed arrows in general.
He's nerfed
they're
arrows.
D4.
And,
Yeah,
wait, they're like flight arrows but stone?
Yeah, they're
believe they're D2 in
broadhead.
that case.
Yeah, they're D4. They would be the equivalent of broadhead, but they're shitty stone arrowheads instead of nice steel ones, so the damage is reduced by 1 die. So you get crit for 3 damage, which is no big deal for you, I think. And Kel Marshall, you're up next.
All right, before I go, let me just see if this initiative thing works, okay? And then I'll tell you how to do it now, because it'll make it easier.
Sure. Oh,
See, I'll do it.
Look at that. How fancy.
So what you do is, you do like... Sorry. You just do it like that. Oh, wait. Fuck's sake.
I think you...
It just...
If
Did you
you
just do it on the
use a
side?
tilde,
Yeah.
you can, whatever you...
I'll put it in the...
Just put it in Zoom.
Yeah, I'll put it in Zoom. Like that, and you click on the token and then press enter, and it'll automatically add the initiative for that token.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Anyway, it's your turn.
So I just want to jump up. I guess I can't see anything yet, so I just jump up. So,
Boom. Easy peasy. You are up.
Alright. What do I see? Am I in range of attacking this guy?
You're in range of attacking him because you can move, as we discussed before, 9 tiles and still make an action. I'm going to say you move. It takes 2 of your tiles to jump.
Yeah.
1 of your tiles to jump up here. That's a pretty easy thing. So as long as you still have 8 you can make it to him in 8 tiles. You can attack him.
I would just reading the spell. When you get a chance, read jump. I think it allows you to make that move independent of your movement speed.
Well, either way, I can reach the guy.
Yeah.
I just for future, like, take a look at the jump spell.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's part of your movement. Like, if you can move 120 feet, if let's say you're on a totally flat, normal ground like stone, if you were to, you could jump 30 feet forward and then move your 120 feet. If you wanted to, no, you're probably right. You can probably just do it, no problem.
That's what I think. That's how I read it.
Yeah, I was thinking the snow might get in the way a little bit, but it's not important for this moment.
Does this Neal not have a weapon now that he's throwing a spear?
He has a second spear.
Okay.
Actually, he has 2 spears. He hasn't taken a turn yet.
Okay, well, I attack him.
All right.
21.
21 is a hit. Does not clear by 10, though.
Okay, well.
Not a critical.
9.
He lives.
Okay.
Wounded badly, though. Next up is one of these guys next to Ferris, over here. He's going to just hurl his spear and then GTFO. Ooh, that's a miss with his throw. The wooden spear lands well behind you. And then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He just gets the hell out of there.
Okay.
Next up is the one that Kel William just stabbed. He is not digging this at all. He's gonna take. He's just gonna turn. He's just gonna run. You get attack of opportunity, and he just books it.
Back attack, right?
Yep.
12.
Miss. And he runs his full 18 points of movement. Run away! Grimes, you should be in here somewhere, right?
I'll go at the end of the round.
Okay.
With my crossbow.
Sure.
Just
One of the...
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
The other last one to go is the other archer, and he's going to take another shot at. Actually, you guys are all the way up on here. The other archer's done. He's not having any of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, he GTFOs and runs, leaving us back at Yaramir.
No, I get my crossbow.
Grimes, yeah.
I'm attacking that knoll there, the one above
Sure.
Farah. 19 to hit.
That is a hit. Probably
Or
like a
3
+2
points.
for back attack, even.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? 3 points of damage.
I don't know. So yeah, you still won't crit, even if
It's not a natural 18, so it'd have to be 10.
right. He lives.
And we're rolling initiative, or are we just keeping initiative?
Let's roll initiative again. Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
it's
everyone.
At tracker.
It's space ampersand, and then in curly brackets tracker. But you've got to click on your
Oh,
token.
right,
before you
ampersand.
press
Oh,
that.
tracker.
the one guy that the one archer that did take a shot at Ferris gets his second shot at the end of the round. He shoots
They
at
were
Ferris
archers? I
again.
thought they were shooting, or they were throwing.
No, the two at the very top were
Spears.
shooting bows.
Mhm.
Remember the talk about arrowheads?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. His second shot completely misses.
Initiative?
Yes.
So here,
No
are we
valid
wearing
token
our
was selected.
snowshoes, or what? Like,
I don't think anybody's wearing snowshoes right in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the gnolls wearing snowshoes?
They
Okay,
are
there we
not
go.
wearing
So I'm going to
snowshoes.
update this because it's wrong.
So we're all, but none of us are moving at 18.
Yeah. So you guys are probably all moving a little bit slower. Well, the snow here is not too deep. And it's morning, and it's a little bit colder. Let me take
What does the time of day have anything to do with how fast we can move?
At night, the snow will freeze over and become a little bit harder.
Okay.
And during the day, as it warms up, it'll melt and become a little bit softer. So let's just keep using our same rules for now.
Yep.
13 for you. And this poor bastard. Oh my god. Oh, he's so gonna die.
I think you can just GM roll it, by the way, Neal, if you want to keep initiative, or I guess it'd
Yeah.
probably be faster in roll 20.
Maybe. Okay. All right, I'm satisfied. Let's resort these things. Yaromir, you are first.
Okay. Have I stepped enough out of the cave to see this person with the bow?
Yeah, the person with the bow well at the top has popped up over the edge and was taking shots at Ferris.
All right, so he's within sling range, so I'm gonna rev up the good old slingerama.
I'm gonna give him 25% cover for the cliff.
All right. I'm not really much of a killer here. How about a good old 0?
No, your stones clang around inside of the cave as you drop them on the ground. The next guy to go is he's already GTFOing one. He's fucking running. Next up is the guy right next to Ferris.
Neal, I was pursuing that guy. So I guess I don't know. We'll deal with that on my initiative, which is now. But
you were pursuing the.
I was planning on pursuing the
bigger
guy.
one.
Although,
okay. Well, he's got a head start at you, and you guys move at roughly the same speed, so you can chase after him if you would like. We can do some chase rules for that if you want.
Actually, never mind.
The knoll next to Ferris is going to take his spear and try and knock Ferris down off the cliff.
He's not within reach. He's more than 5 feet away. So like
the guy
he'd have to
above
be able
you?
to attack like 6 feet. Yeah.
Then he readies his attack for as soon as Ferris comes within reach to knock him off the cliff.
Yeah, and meanwhile I come up behind him, and actually I'm just going to kick him off the cliff.
Ooh.
I would use. I had my daggers ready, but I think I'd just like to shove him from the back.
Yeah, well, he hears you coming with the crunch, crunch, crunch across the snow. Turns. You can
So he drops his readied action then?
Yeah, he's losing his readied action.
Okay, then I'll just stab him, I guess. I would provoke an opportunity attack
if you shove him. Yeah.
If I shove him. So I'll just stab him twice with daggers. Plus 1.
Also, didn't he throw a spear, Neal?
He has 2.
Primary is a 10.
Miss.
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 But he is distracted, so Ferris can now make the back attack.
Yes. So he's now facing Grimes. Ferris can climb to the top.
Cool. So I'm going to clamber the rest of the way up and make 2 attacks. First one, let me actually get my bonuses again. First attack is at +2. The second one's at +1.
Excellent.
So 2d20. So 19 and 2.
Well, the 19's a hit.
D8 +2 for damage. 9 damage.
You bring him down.
Nice.
Okay. Who's this 13? The 13 is the guy over here with the bow, and he's out of here too.
Who is this guy right here?
That's Nash. He's inside the cave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Marshall, you are next.
All right. So this guy, the ones that are running away, can I still see them, or are the ones off the map, are they gone?
You can see them.
Okay. So this guy here, this closest one to me, I'm gonna leap 30 feet in his direction.
Ooh, okay.
So that gets me 6 squares, right?
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many squares did you say I can move?
18.
9 with an attack.
9 with an attack.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I believe you can
5,
take
6,
diagonals.
7, 8, 9. So I back attack him?
Yeah, you can. With the jump, you can close the distance and make an attack.
So this round right here is your last round of jump, so I'm glad you used it.
Yep.
All right.
You botch your attack horribly.
Beautiful.
Does he get 2 attacks this round, though, for specialization?
At the end of the round.
The end of the round.
But I'll get another attack of opportunity if he runs.
Yeah. God, he's just like barely off the edge. I can't get him to show on screen.
By the way, how many days of rations have we used so far?
I was hoping you guys were tracking that last week.
I was. I just want to make sure I tracked it up to the last day.
Let's deal with it after the combat.
Okay, cool.
Next is this guy, and he's running. He's off the edge of the screen. The next is the guy right next to Kel Marshall. He already escaped. He's gonna press his luck one more time and keep running. Give me your attack of opportunity.
14.
Ooh,
I think
that's
that
a
should
hit.
do it.
That should do it.
If I remember our last combat, I think.
Yep, 13 AC. You kill him. 1 HP
Good.
Knoll dies.
Hey, William got a kill.
It's number 2.
All right, and the other Knolls are all basically fled. They're running. They all have a head start on you. You guys move at roughly the same movement rate, but this is their home terrain. They're way familiar here. You can try and chase after them or maybe take a couple of shots, but they're inevitably going to escape.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Let him run.
Okay.
It's the weak source attempt at an ambush, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking ran as soon as we showed our faces.
Well, they did what they needed to. They injured us, determined that we were a threat, and now are going to go run tell the 20 other people in their pack.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't hear you, Ryan. I think you might be muted.
Not if we pursue them. As in, we'll arrive at the tribe at the same time.
I think that's a terrible idea.
I agree.
20 Knolls, even if they're all like this.
What? We've
are
got them on the
difficult.
run.
All right, not Bokassa. Nash said there were 20 Knolls in Bokassa's pack. If we assume all of them are just like this, normal Knolls, that's a very difficult fight, especially with no more magic.
When did Nash say there were 20?
If Bokassa is a beast, right? If Bokassa's the motherfucker we know he is, that's going to be a really difficult fight. If he has like 1 or 2 lieutenants, we're dead.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
You don't looking too hot, Ferris.
I'll be fine, but I could use a few days to stitch these back up as I like pluck an arrow out of my back and just kind of like finger this big hole in my back.
Let's take stock of our rations and see how much time we can spare.
All right. While you guys are taking stock of your rations, Ferris, what's going on through your head, man?
Oh, now?
Yeah, right now.
Well, it's alright. When are we going to check our rations?
Yeah,
want to
let's
talk now, right?
do it after like a break or something when we have a resting point. I figure like right after combat is probably not the best time. I think he's a little too focused on the moment to be pensive and reflective.
Okay.
Denied. Neal.
Rations. How many rations do you have?
I
I
marked
thought-
off 2 days, but did we mark one off for yesterday? 'Cause it took us like 2 days to get here.
No,
I haven't. I'm assuming we're starting a fresh day right now.
this last night would have been our 3rd day of ration to mark off.
Okay.
I have 10 days left on my own character sheet. Nash has 27 pounds, whatever that is.
Okay. If today is the 3rd day, then I have 11 days of rations left now.
I have 8. I have 4, which is 8 pounds. Sorry, I have 8 pounds, which is 4 days.
So
The
let's see.
weather today is lightly breezy, so slightly reduced movement.
I think Ferris grabs the body of the knoll that he's slain. Says, "Well, at least we've collected breakfast."
Yeah.
Not again.
No, Yeromir will eat like normal human being. Hardtack and salty water. I do wish to collect any arrowhead and spear that I can find, and I want to untie and or break off the spearhead to collect them.
Yeah. Do any of them have stone daggers
Let's see.
or
So-
stone spearheads that can be used as a throwing knife?
You can find 4 stone spears lying around. Those are fairly large, and the snow here is fairly light and thin on the ground, and they all kind of clattered around here. So
Well, we were also on the sand, yeah? We were right on the...
Yeah, and some of the spears landed down here in this, sandy area. I guess you guys can't see that because you're on the wrong map, but yeah. So you can get 4 spears, no problem there.
Does anyone want spear before I take off head?
So can spearheads be used as a throwing knife, or are those specifically spearheads?
Those are specifically spearheads. If you wanted to try and throw one, they're not throwing.
Could he flatten it to turn it into a blade that is roughly the same size as
It's
a throwing
made
knife?
out of rock. They're all
Yeah,
stone
A
weapons.
rock throwing knife.
But a
Yeah.
skilled Fletcher may be able to still use this for bow. Also, would help replenish stock in fort.
Sure. Yeah, collect the stone arrowheads.
can
None
get
of them have
the-
sidearms? None of them have... I guess we
None
only
of them
took down
carry
2.
sidearms. Yeah. Oh, you took out 2, right? So that guy. So no, that's the other one that attacked. Right, 4.
So they carry no. So they just use spears. It looks
Just
like.
use spears. Yeah, they don't look like they have any secondary weapons on them. They don't look like they have very much in the way of tools. Even the 2 gnolls that you recollect have packs on them.
With.
These packs have some questionable meat inside of them.
Oh, perfect, Ferris. We found your lunch.
What about second lunch, though?
Aside from the questionable meat, they have some. Let's see what they're doing. There are some furs. It looks like some of this meat probably belongs to rabbits because there's a rabbit pelt in here along with some bones from the rabbit. There's a couple of what looks to be maybe some sort of gnoll game involving stone, like little tiny stones, and then some smoothed out bowls on a sheet. I don't know. It's like 2 rows of dipped out areas. If you guys play Moncala, that's what it looks like.
Yes.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Are Moncala stones good for slinging?
They would work for slinging, yeah.
Excellent. I want to use the Moncala stones for my sling.
Oh, I want to learn how to play Moncala with Nash.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you keep
There's 2 sets, right? I'll take a Moncala set.
No, there's just the 1 set. Not every
All right,
gnoll
all right.
carries a
Okay,
Moncala
that's fine.
set.
You can use.
No. I can find beach stones. You take the Moncala stones.
All right.
Please add Moncala set to your character sheet, Grimes. It weighs. It's all rock, so it actually weighs like 5 pounds. Bitch. They must really love to play.
So there were 2 arrows fired as well. Can I get a 50% roll on those?
Well, you can definitely get the one that's in Ferris's back. Not a problem. The second arrow that missed.
Can I recover my quarrel from a gnoll's?
unrecoverable.
I can recover a quarrel from a gnoll's body. Just the head or the whole thing?
Did you hit a gnoll with a...
I did.
Oh, you did. You can give me a 50-50 roll to see if you can extract it without breaking the shaft.
Okay. Going low. Nope, but I do get the head.
Yep.
Correct.
So the one in Ferris's back like breaks or shatters.
Yeah.
I don't get that either.
Well, you can extract the
Ferris-
head, but the
Ferris
shaft
probably
snaps.
pulled it out himself and just snapped the shaft with his.
Okay, I
hands.
don't really care about the shafts. I want the heads.
You can get the head, no problem.
All right. Okay. Great.
Is the rabbit hide in decent condition?
It's not probably good enough for your marketplaces. You could
Okay.
probably turn it into a shoe, but you wouldn't. No one would want to buy it to make it into clothing because it's clearly torn up.
So-
weight on the spearheads and arrowhead.
Each spearhead is a pound. Each arrowhead is.
Fuck
is,
me.
you know,
Okay. Well, at least we ate a lot of food.
Each arrowhead is like a less than 1/10 of a pound.
Okay.
So I want to take this this gnoll corpse that Ferris slew and get to cooking.
All right, you proceed to cook the gnoll. It's still early morning. The sun has
Yeah.
just come up.
Yeah, I figure I've got time to get that prepared. And the goal
Really?
here.
We have time for this? I look
Yeah.
incredulably.
I mean, how long does it take to smoke some meat? I basically want to
Incredulously-
create about a day of rations.
It takes
smoking
it takes like a day to smoke meat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's-
Never mind. I'll just
I mean,
make
hours.
breakfast.
Yeah,
We-
you
we've
would
got
need like
enough food for
an
us.
actual smoking place to smoke meat.
I mean, you can probably cook like a meal pretty quick.
We have
Over an open
snowshoes. We can overtake these gnolls if we can head them off somehow.
After all this looting, probably not.
The longer we give,
know where they are heading. In order to head them off, we must know we're heading. And we must have better route. We are in their home territory.
If we fall far enough behind, we might run into the whole tribe as soon as we cut them off.
I
Bloody
think
hell. Nash, can you tell me what these stones are? I say in Nolish to Nash. Presenting the
Is
stone
Moncala his favorite game? You play?
Okay.
Come, let's play Moncala.
All right, I lose at Moncala versus Nash. Well,
Oh, you want to put all? I collect these stones. You lose next time too. Okay, let's try again.
Grimes, ask Nash how long it would take to get to Barcosa's camp from here.
all right. Nash, how far are we from Barcosa's cave?
Bokasa.
Bokasa, yeah.
Bokasa. He thinks to himself. King Bocasa's mountain lair. He's 8 miles, 10 miles. It's been many years since I've been there. Long time.
All right. If he's still where he was several years ago, 8 to 10 miles that way.
Neal, can we do
To
that?
the southwest.
Then we
So-
know where to avoid. Let
I
us
thought-
not go to his camp.
I agree. I'm not one for charging straight into the heart of the beast.
No,
Well,
but we were planning to try and ambush a patrol, right?
Exactly.
We just did.
Wear them down over time.
We did it
course.
very poorly. Ask new friend Nash. We wish to know. I am sure they have ability to travel quickly. Most likely, I would believe they might use this for hunting or for long foraging trips. What we need to do is find a hunting people, kill them from the sky or perhaps from cliff, and take their means of transportation. I know great general. I believe in Arcadia you called him General Boned Apart. And traveling is very fast and very important to winning skirmishes.
What are you on about? Yes, feet. They're called feet, and they use them to run.
I believe they have other means. Nash insinuated as much when we would discuss this previously.
Some sort of cart.
I don't think you can use wheels in the snow.
No, it was
that
some sort of
doesn't make
strange technology we don't quite understand about putting parallel boards on the snow and sliding them.
Why don't we just make our way there, stop about a few miles out, make a fire, and then camp, 100, 200 feet away from the fire. Wait for them to try and attack us.
Because if they come in force, we're not going to fight 20 gnolls and live.
Well, if they
Well-
all come, then we don't emerge.
Considering our elf has developed taste for gnoll flesh, why don't we let him lead this hunting expedition? Perhaps we can track down a few more of them in the woods around here.
I believe we have other priority as well that need to be discussed. We can assume that now Bokassa is aware of presence and also that we mean him harm.
I don't think he knows that. Well,
Tell me, Grimes, what
Will
did,
in a couple of
what
hours.
did our friend yell out in their language when they arrived?
He told them that we're coming here, I don't know, to kill them and kick their butts and steal their treasure.
Is
I don't
safe
know.
assumption, I believe, that we are now also hunted party. We must both not be found, except for on our own terms, and at the same time hunt them. Is now more difficult than it would have been.
I think our best bet is to get found, but by a small party. Much like we
Agreed.
did here. So why don't we head
And next
closer
time we
to
should
the
probably stay in the damn cave rather than try to ambush the ambushers.
cave? It worked out well for me.
If I recall, you were the first to step out of the cave, Ferris.
We all have lapses in judgment.
Are you all trying to die? I do not understand. You wish to be ambushed and then not ambush back. You are all crazy.
Regardless, I think we should get moving.
We need to plan first.
Let's just try.
moving aimlessly is not helpful at all.
We can plan while we move. We're wasting time.
Time is our ally. Gnolls are at their home. They are not going anywhere.
The longer
Agreed.
what are we gaining by staying here?
What do we gain by rushing in?
Well, we need to kill them, don't we?
I
Yes.
believe is
And if we rush in, we're not going to kill them.
I'm not saying go straight to the cave. I'm saying let's get about halfway and see if we run into any of them.
let us ask new friend. In wartime, not all of population does war. You still need gather food, hunt, fish, whatever gnolls do. I propose we leave cave in next couple of hours, but we go to spot where Nash knows of hunting an area. We attempt to ambush hunting party. Lower
Nash-
their numbers little by little, perhaps take tools from them.
I agree.
Nash said he hadn't been here in years.
And yet,
At least to the cave.
Hunting patterns do not change that drastically in only short years.
What about fresh water near the cave?
You can collect it from snow and melt it using body heat in small quantities or a fire. You can get some water that drips down that kind of slowly melts off as the day warms up and runs off the edge of the caves. And if you search the beach, eventually you'll find a creek.
I mean, Bokassa's cave. Is there any fresh water by there? That might be a good place to find a few gnolls.
I don't want to get too close to his cave until we've worn down his army a little bit more.
Please, ask... Granted, Yaromir is not great warrior like Old Man and Elf, but I believe that the hunting area will not change drastically. For example, we saw herd of caribou. Herds follow same path over generations. We can find a place to kill them. We can whittle down numbers and not get killed ourselves.
Right. With survival and tracking, I could confirm or deny that information, right, Neal?
Yeah, probably.
So it's pretty it tends to stay the same. You don't really change your hunting areas that much.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much territory, right? And if you're going to go out hunting, you kind of wander around the same areas hunting things over and over again. It's not going to be like this is the spot where they come within this half mile by half mile square. So
I think the hunting territory is this forest right here. From here to the mountain.
It's the same territory over and over again, but it's a big area. Maybe if there was a watering hole, that could be useful, or if there was a very specific, this is the path the caribou take to go around this thing, then that would be a good spot. But generally speaking, I think it's
Which is why I want you to ask the fucking gnoll, right?
Sure, I'll ask. I'll ask the gnoll if he knows the hunting. The good hunting spots in this forest. So Nash, where's the good hunting in this forest?
Best way to hunt is find fat seal on the beach, skewer it full of spears. These right here, he says, pointing at the dead bodies on the ground. These were probably hunting party come to beach to get fat seal.
So it sounds like the gnolls mostly prey on the seals, and what we ran into is likely a hunting party.
A hunting party that set ambush at night. I find it's a bit suspicious. It's possible they were a hunting party, but they knew they were hunting more than seal.
Or
they set up an ambush for this cave. They knew we were here.
Or they were out hunting and they came across the cave and saw the smoke.
Yeah, that sounds more reasonable.
They come across cave well known for use by gnoll brethren and immediately set ambush.
I wouldn't exactly call it an ambush. They were outside of the cave taunting us.
They were surrounding the cave. It was an ambush.
There were two on either sides of us and snipers. I mean, they looked like ambush to Yaromir. Yaromir no is warrior. Never mind. Allow you to figure this out, Grimes and William. I have given my advice. I will follow your lead. I am sure you have won many campaigns and battles in your lifetimes.
Either way, they aren't going to come back here now. They're going to come back to this cave now, so we do ourselves no favors staying here.
At this point, I think Ferris reaches back and tries some probably now finished gnoll meat and tests it, never having had gnoll meat before.
Well, I'm going to need you to roll me a grub skill. First off,
I need to make a grub.
You need a grub skill stat on your character sheet.
Nash, is he going to die? Nash, is he going to die eating that?
14.
Nash looks on in horror as you proceed to eat his brethren.
I mean, that's a success, so it tastes pretty decent, right?
Yeah, you tell me. I mean, it's a success. How good does that taste?
God, I don't even know. I don't eat that much meat in real life. I'm not a connoisseur of meats. I'll just say that I guess Ferris will say it tastes similar to bear meat, from his experience.
It tastes similar to halfling.
And Ferris like takes bite and says, not bad. And he, like pushes his stick over toward Nash and says, want some?
Towards Nash.
He bares his fangs at you and glares.
I put a hand on Nash.
Actually, give me a charisma check there, Sean.
I think it's an 8 for me.
Your charisma's 8.
Yeah.
Suddenly, this character makes much more sense.
Plus 8. That's
Nash.
So before Grimes can even get an arm on Nash, Nash leaps at you. I'm going to roll a D10 for surprise to see if you did not expect him to hurl himself at you.
Okay.
You are not surprised by this,
Okay.
but he still gets it. He still makes an attack at you.
Okay. So if
Can
I'm not
we
surprised,
not
should we
roll
roll
for
post
initiative?
Yeah, I'm rolling for initiative.
Why does he get a
He attacked
ambush
me, right?
round?
So I'm gonna
Because he
roll
gets an
initiative,
ambush
right?
round. Like if you're standing face to face to someone and you say I punch him, you don't roll for initiative, and then maybe they get to go before you and punch you first. Like, right? You're facing each
Sure.
other.
Have him make his
The
attack
rules
first.
allow
I know
okay.
what Ferris is planning to do after that attack, though.
Right. That's what this is.
I
It's
missed
very
that.
natural.
I'm sorry.
The rules allow for an ambush round that is not surprised. Like this is common.
Yeah.
This is in the
Yeah.
DMG.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's
guess
roll
so.
initiative then.
But I feel like I
because-
said I put a hand on Nash before Neal said that Nash attacked.
Yes, because I was needing him to make his roll before. I couldn't say that Nash attacked until he made his charisma check.
But I didn't need to know the charisma. Like I was before I even knew how. Whatever.
All right,
I-
roll your
if I-
initiative. He misses his first attack.
All right,
for
initiative.
5.
I think you should
6.
make Ryan roll charisma to see if he can interpret the situation.
Oh,
see.
ooh, I like that.
To-
But whatever,
I mean, it
it's
doesn't
already
matter.
done.
He missed.
Can we just have this start? I kind of want to see what happens here.
The die is cast. Initiative is rolled.
Okay. Oh.
6, 5, 8. The knoll goes way late at like 11. So
Okay.
Grimes is first.
Okay. I guess I miss. So I go to put myself in between them, pull the knoll off, but I guess I'm not able to get hands on the knoll.
Yeah, he kind of like, swirls out of your way.
And
your
I'm
hands
probably
slip on his greasy
instinctually
fur.
shouting in common, "Gentlemen, gentlemen, calm down."
So it's Ferris's turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fuck this null. Oh god damn it.
You is that
We
2
both
attacks?
miss, yeah.
They both wildly miss. Marshall?
All right, I stop this madness, and then I'll go in. I'm gonna punch Varus.
Punch Ferris. Ooh.
Yeah,
Roll to hit.
He just tries to kill him.
Punch the cannibal.
He fucking attacked me.
Roll to
Wow.
hit.
You ate
should
his
sword,
cousin
though.
in front of him.
Neal, is it just
Probably closer to his like brother.
Sean didn't
or
use
uncle.
swords. Did Sean draw steel?
Oh yeah. No yeah. I thought wait, did he just like try to punch me or was he biting at me? I assumed he was like trying to
Oh yeah,
rip
he
me
was like
apart.
leaping at you with claws and teeth.
Well,
Oh, yeah, no, I
they're
pulled-
kind of
I drew steel
attached
then.
to him.
Yeah. Like if it looks like he's, making a dangerous attack, I'm
Oh
gonna draw
yeah,
steel.
definitely. William,
right.
roll me to hit.
yeah, no, I'm just gonna punch Varus.
All right, so you take a swing at Ferris, but it's a glancing blow to no real effect. Ferris makes his second attack, which should. Oh no, you're dual
No,
movement.
No,
so at the
yeah,
same
I
time.
did both at
Yeah.
the same time.
Then let's
it's
roll.
Nash.
initiative.
Nash hasn't
Oh,
gone, but
right.
I'm trying to convince Nash to stand down. Like Nash, back up, calm down.
He will not be calmed. This is someone personal that you are eating of his, and he makes claw attacks at you. 14, 15 to hit.
Both are misses.
No,
Right.
15 is the total. So yeah, he makes his attack and misses, and now we roll initiative for the next round. Nash goes at 4.
D10 plus 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to interpose myself between the two of them.
Yeah, I think you and Grimes are both trying to get in the way. Yarmir, what are you doing? You just chilling?
I've kind of just walked away from this for the moment. I'm keeping an eye on it just to like make sure nothing goes too sideways.
Okay. Nash goes first, so before anyone can interpose, he gets an attack off
I
at
thought you said Nash went left.
he goes at 4.
He went at 4. Yeah.
4.
He rolls a 1.
He rolled a 1, yeah. He makes a hit on you. He rolls an 18 plus 1 is 19.
Oh, he's
not a
fucking
crit
dead.
because you have 16 AC.
He
But
needed
he
21.
claws at you with his fingers, dealing a point of damage, like scraping your cheek, getting some flesh
Alright.
under that nail of his. Grimes, it's your turn.
I'm attempting to restrain Nash. I'll go from behind him again. Or
All right,
behind
there
him
you
this
go.
time.
You get your arms
All
wrapped
right. So
around him.
I like get my arms like underneath him, and should I make an imposed strength check?
Please do. Ooh, he botches his badly.
21. So I want to turn him around, exposing my back to Ferris,
Mhm.
facing Nash like towards the woods or something.
Totally.
And
Yeah,
I, switching to Noel, I growl in his ear, "Calm down, Nash."
To hell with
I
this
know the
deranged
elf's
creature.
like that.
Turn around and let me put an end to him.
You're back to common. You're the deranged one, elf. You're eating his cousin in front of him.
Would you be
Sick.
wasteful?
Back down, Faris. I try and bear hug you and stop you fighting.
Ooh. William wraps his strong arms
that-
around
yeah,
you.
make
Take
that
the
strength
attack of
check,
opportunity,
please.
Ferris.
But I do think we have strength checks to see if he. Oh, he's probably gonna get me. Yeah.
His big, warm arms hold you in tight. It feels like you're a small child being cradled in your mother's arms for a moment.
Enough of this madness. We've got enough enemies on our doorstep without fighting each other.
There's one in this cave right here.
You were the
Between the
ones
two
that
of us,
wanted
I'm
to-
not the one who started this exchange.
I would have killed him back at the fort, but now we're here with this thing as our ally. We
And
best
what do we
stick to
need
the
him
plan.
for at this point? We know where Vokasa lives.
We're to make him leader of the Knolls and make him our ally.
Musa's still alive.
Moose is the other Knoll leader.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hell do we
Moose is
need this creature for?
Nash's chieftain.
All right. If it happens again, we'll kill him. Just
And when
calm
I
down.
go to sleep, what chance is there that he doesn't walk over and kill me as I sleep?
we'll have people on watch.
Nash, Nash, if I let you go, will you calm down?
He's seething with anger. His breath is coming in short bursts. Knolls don't really sweat, but you can see like a frost forming around his nose from all the exhaling. He slowly lets his breathing, elongate, and he returns to a state of calm after a minute or two.
Upon seeing that, can I walk up to Ferris with my medicine kit out and try to perform a healing check for his last round of damage?
Yeah, the 1 point that Nash did. Go ahead,
Yeah.
make me a
Nice.
healing check.
Alrighty, so let's see. Healing is wisdom -2, so we have
You got all the wisdom though, right?
plus 12. Yeah, I got 14 wisdom.
Oh, that's good.
But no, I actually commit medicine. I'm like sticking up your claw, and then I get bumped or something, and just jab a needle really into your arm. Oh, very sorry, very sorry. Oh, it's entirely my fault. Oh, I did it again.
You're sewing up my arm and you accidentally stick the needle all the way through and you're like, oh fuck shit. And you just pull that out.
You fix the wound, but you cause equal amounts of incidental damage
Yeah,
in the process.
Look, we're going crazy just standing here. Why don't we just get moving? We don't have to go all the way to the cave. We can talk about our plan on the way. With any luck, we might run into some of them. Hey, and how many miles can we walk in a day, Neal?
Well, it is a medium day, so you can go D8 plus 6 miles.
Okay, so we could probably make it to the cave, but why don't we branch out off to at an angle and then come back in?
I one last time Yaromir says it is a foolhardy and terrible plan to go straight to Bokassa, even if you take a day to get there.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, we're not going straight there though. We're gonna go.
I don't care if you take a
upstairs.
day to the west and then go there in day 2. You're walking into a death trap. And if that's what the party needs to do, then we'll go and I'll take 2 magic missiles and a shield and let's make this happen. But we will die.
No,
Come
yeah,
on, play.
Ferris is in agreement with Yarmir. He wants to hang back and ambush these gnolls over time. He wants to slowly thin their ranks before he even thinks
Yeah.
about going into their lair.
Yeah.
But if
exactly.
we're gonna catch them where they're hunting, we're gonna need to be closer than 8 miles away.
I mean, they came here, right?
Yeah, but they're not gonna come back here now.
They might.
But if they do, they'll be coming back with their full force.
I think we should go. Or Ferris is looking to go. Wait, where's the map? I need like the full. Oh, there we go. So from Nash Cave, I think he wants to go a little bit more, just like north. Right? Oh wait, did we ever get the hunting territory from Nash?
Yeah, the seals are their favorite hunting grounds, right down here at this beach by the cave.
Okay. Yeah, so Ferris says we should just go a couple miles inland and go into the forest and hide in there. And then just come out occasionally and like have Grimes do some scouting and try and find a hunting party.
Okay, let's give it a day.
Plus,
So
I want to tend to my wounds before I start.
All right, so we'll walk a mile into the forest this way,
Okay.
and then we'll camp there, and we're gonna keep Grimes on scout, see if anyone comes back to the cave.
Okay. So
I also
go ahead.
I make a survival check at one point to see if I can see which way the weather is starting to go.
Right. Give me that survival check.
It's 14. Let me make sure it's 14. 12. Okay. 19. Slight fail.
I don't think you've passed a single one of those.
No, I passed at the beginning of the campaign, but I failed the ones last session.
Okay.
If there's a blizzard, we can always go back to the cave.
Right.
You guys move and about a mile inland and make camp. You've got all day to make camp and gather firewood and gather supplies.
Yeah, I guess we look for a decently thickly covered area where our smoke isn't going to carry for a long ways because it'll be blocked by tree line and stuff like that.
Yeah, not
Right.
a problem.
I think while the party is making camp, Nash and I will do a circle of the perimeter. Try to cool our tempers a bit.
The two of you walk off. Oh, this
So I
music
think
is way too cheery.
I think we'll stay within another mile of the camp, but we'll scout the woods around.
Okay.
Come on, Nash, let's get away from that cannibal.
Know who he eat?
What was his name, Nash?
Gimpy. He ate
Gimpy.
Gimpy.
You hear a shout from the trees, a couple hundred yards off. You ate Gimpy!
Well, somebody was going to.
While they're off walking, I think I want to go and have a word with Faris. Look, Faris, I know that our cultures are different, but we're all here for a singular purpose, and we need to work together. Your negative attitude is just causing friction in the group. I prefer it if you could just keep your negativity to yourself and try and
Negative
be a team
attitude.
player.
I offered food to that creature and it attacked me.
Let's be honest, we both know what you were doing. There's no need to play coy, and it's not just this incident. You've been abrasive the whole time. So can you try and rein it in, please? Because I'm too old for this shit.
You paid for my help, but you didn't pay me to keep my silence. But I think at the same time you kind of get this sense of not understanding when you say you know what you've been doing in regards to the whole eating Null thing. It just doesn't register in his head.
All right, I'm gonna leave well enough alone now. I've made my point, and I'll give you a nod and say, okay, well, just think about it. And I'll go off.
Before we go to our break, Ferris, what's going through your head now? It's a great time to check in with you.
Yeah. I think Ferris is getting really frustrated. Everything is so strange. This is part of why he moved out to the Frostlands in the first place, right? Living with humans just makes no sense. Their culture is weird. Their standards are weird. Nothing about them makes any practical or logical sense, and he's been growing increasingly frustrated over the course of this campaign. And you probably get probably wonders to himself oh, what the hell am I even doing out here? I've been putting it off long enough. I should have just gone straight to Sylvis. Who even cares about this damned elven book? But I knew what I was getting myself into, and it's too late to turn back now.
That is definitely true. You are stuck on this island until something.
He has pleasure of rooming with me every night.
It's the greatest pleasure anyone has on
There
this
of
island.
normativity in all human culture.
And with that, why don't we go to our second break for the day? We will see you guys on the other side with some more Frozen Frontier. Ta-ta.